Welcome to this episode of JAMBOX Unboxed. I'm Barry.
And I'm Ari.
And we will be your co-hosts. Now, I know y'all seen things such as Dreamville's album, Lil Nas X, cancel culture. I mean, how do you think that affects your favorite rappers?
We'll be talking about that and more in this episode.
And make sure you stay tuned to the end when internet sensation Geno 5 hits you with a hot freestyle that you have to see.
Welcome to JAMBOX Unboxed, Episode 1. I am your co-host, Geno 5. This episode of JAMBOX Unboxed is brought to you by JAMBOX Entertainment Studios, featuring the most fantastic range of music services in New York City. If you want to take your career off the ground, make your first demo, record your first hit, mix and master a high-level project, give JAMBOX a call, because we are your guys. Please help support our channel by liking, sharing, and commenting below. Now let's get started. I don't know if you guys know this, and at home I don't know if you guys know this, but Dreamville dropped an album not too long ago. Revenge of the Dreamers. There we go. Revenge of the Dreamers 3. They dropped the album and they also debuted a documentary. Now we got to talk about this. A lot has been happening musically within like the past week, and we have to catch up. So how did it make you feel? Documentary.
The documentary I found really interesting because the biggest question mark coming out of all those sessions before the documentary, before anything, was how are so many talented artists gonna sit in a room and make a song? Like, how's that gonna work out? How are they gonna work together? Is it gonna be competitive? Is it gonna be fun?
Yeah.
I think it cleared up a lot of those kind of questions, and it really kind of showed you what you were hoping was happening.
Yeah,
like, they were
fun.
all having a ton of fun.
Yeah.
They were all just kind of dropping verses on songs and whatever.
And it was for 10 days.
Yeah,
right?
10 days, made 200 songs, 200 or so. It's like, it's just crazy to think about how they were like, it started as an idea to just kind of get a bunch of artists in a room and make an album out of it. And it really kind of budded into like relationships between these artists that you're gonna be hearing features from artists within these sessions now, because they really kind of met and became friends in those sessions.
I mean, yeah, it's cool, but it's also like, it's bittersweet, because you know, you're an artist going in there with Cole, JID, all the Dreamville gang. The pressure's on. Like, it's like it's Hunger Games, basically a rap game, Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Because you either gonna sink or swim, and you already know it's a Dreamville album. So Dreamville people were like, Ari and
Barry. They had that priority.
Yeah, they have priority. Jid, Earth Gang, Loot, they have priority over you. And I mean, there was what, 240 songs?
Yeah, 200 plus songs.
They only picked like 18.
Yeah.
So you're like, you're not only making this thinking, dang, this might not even get chosen. You have to overcome that like mentality. You got to know you're the best. It's hard.
So it was friendly, but it was definitely competitive. But I want to add that was like a very, very great marketing strategy. That was a good strategy.
Oh yeah.
When they had the invites and they were sending out artists like with the name on the top.
No matter who you liked, one artist that you followed on social media was in those Dreamville sessions.
Yeah, and what did they do? They posted it on their social media and everything like, hey, I'm invited.
Yeah,
so the hype for it was really cool.
He even reached into the underground a little bit, even though some of them didn't even end up on any tracks.
Yeah.
Like Ankle John, West Side Gun, Griselda, whole label and all that. I mean, even though they didn't end up on tracks, that's still reaching a whole demographic of people to listen to that album. You know?
That's insane. That's smart.
Yeah, it's really smart.
That was a good strategy. That was genius. Definitely comment below and let us know how you felt about the documentary. Now let's just talk about the album. I don't know if you guys listened to the album. I have yet to listen to the album because I'm trying to wait until the hype dies down.
It's sick.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just how I feel. But how do you guys feel about the album?
It's nasty. It's gross. It's amazing. It's alright. I love Jid. I love JID, and I love Earth Gang.
Okay.
I feel like when Cole added them in Dreamville, it was one of the best things he's ever done.
Great move.
Because it's just, he's setting up a whole other generation. I feel like Cole's more planning for when he's not there. He wants things to be okay.
Like pass the torch, kind of?
Yeah, pass the torch. And I feel like that is a wonderful move. That is a wonderful move to pass to JID and Earthgang, because you could see they were shining on that album.
Oh yeah, JID's my MVP, 100%.
Yeah, JID got to rap with T.I. on that album.
Oh yeah.
Like in a singing verse, he could sing, he could rap, all of that.
I feel.
It's
My thoughts on the album, like I thought the album was pretty good. I feel like the songs that really stood out to me were the songs where they were just all having fun, you know? Like Wells Fargo is one song that really stood out to me. Like not just because of like just kind of the funny intro to it.
Yeah.
But just because like you got 4 or 5 guys just standing in a little recording booth, kind of like jumping and going in that hook. You see it in the documentary and you're like, wow, this song is hype. I love this. And then it's like other songs like 1993 like that's also another one where I feel like there's a bit of competition there. Like you could just kind of hear, like you could hear Smino really trying to get his bars in. You could hear Buddy really trying to get his bars in. You could really hear they were kind of competing with each other. Who could really get the best bars off in this song, you know?
Yeah.
And it's also really generous of Cole, because you only hear him on like, what, 3 songs?
I mean, yeah, I think he's only on the intro, outro, something in the middle.
Yeah, something in the middle. He's really not. I'd say JID is one of the most played on that album.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He had a hand in almost everything on it.
Yeah.
So overall, you say you like the album?
Yeah, I think of it positively. I don't think of it as great as other people think of it, because there's certain things that just kind of carry on with it, go too long. Like there are certain points where it had Ari Lennox, super talented, and you just kind of throw her in the wrong song. Like there's a kind of a bit of a boom bap track on it. I forget which track it is.
And you feel like she just didn't fit?
No, I'm not sure if it was her on it, but there was just an R&B artist on that hook. I feel like if you're trying to have a boom bap track, you're trying to put loot, you're trying to put like a bunch of really good spitters on a track. I feel like throwing a hook in the middle of it kind of throws off that tempo that you kind of started with the track.
True.
Yeah.
Now, all right, I'm gonna ask you a question, okay? Right. And feel free to answer it, guys. Listen, how would you rank
on the album or as Dreamville?
As no, not Dreamville, like just the album, The Revenge of the Dreamers.
Oof.
Solid 8. Solid 8.
Not like rated.
Like ranking the artists.
Yeah. Oh, the artists on it? No.
Like,
I'm at the actual album, like.
Oh, I mean.
Solid 8.
Like I'd give it probably like my scoring's weird. I'd give it a 6, but don't be thinking 6 isn't positive. 6 is positive. It's above 5.
6 out of 10. That's not even passing.
Yeah, 6 out of 10 is barely passing.
It's a positive score though.
I gave him an 8.
I mean, yeah, I respect that because there are a lot of good highlights on it. You know, there's a lot of things that you can pull that I really like, but there's also a couple things you can kind of nitpick on it.
I enjoyed the friendships they made.
Oh,
they made Zoint Gang.
Yeah.
Just create like being with each other. Zoint Gang. Who was it?
Smino, JID, Buddy, Guapdad 4000.
Yeah.
And now they're teasing an album for that.
It's crazy. Yeah. It's just from hanging out 10 days.
Yeah.
Nah, that was a good move by Cole, definitely. But we're going to be moving on.
Oh yeah, and also rate what you think.
Yeah, comment your score down below. I want to see your scores.
Don't forget. The score is. Better be a solid 8.
Don't hate on me.
All right, so you said 6. You said 8.
Yeah.
What do you? What
seems like
do
a
you
7 to me. 7 to me. I mean, I didn't even listen to it.
Yeah.
But
You're just going off of the hype.
Yeah, I'm going off the hype, and I'm just kind of doing an average of like what you guys did.
It's gonna be an 8 by the time to listen to it. Watch.
Let's see. More music news. Daniel Caesar just dropped a surprise album.
Yeah.
Surprise album, Case Study 1, and it is expected to sell less than 3,000 copies, which in these days is a flop. So people are saying that the YesJulz scandal is to blame. Now, if you guys don't know what the YesJulz scandal is, right. YesJulz is a known culture vulture, and yeah, she's really been getting a lot of bad rap for her. I don't even know what she does exactly. I'm not gonna lie. I think she said some comments that people weren't really too fond of. And Daniel Caesar decided to get on IG Live one day, intoxicated, under the influence. And he caped for YesJulz like extremely hard. Like I don't know if they were like childhood best friends, but he stood up for her like they were like really close.
He said, "Alright, cancel me." Like he literally said that.
Yeah, he goes off on a tangent and talks about how, hey, I think black people should be a lot more nicer to white people, and maybe they wouldn't be so racist. That's a quote. That's verbatim. That's what he said. And he insisted, hey, if you guys don't like what I did, if you don't like what I said, you can cancel me. I don't care.
That's the one thing you should take out of this is don't get on IG Live intoxicated.
Yeah, don't do that.
I mean, simply.
It never goes right.
Yeah.
Never. I don't know the one time where that actually worked in somebody's favor. Yeah. So that was his first mistake. Do you think it's because like his album did so poorly because of YesJulz or not?
I think that went down in March though.
Yeah.
That went
4
down
months
a while
ago. 4 months ago.
People hold grudges.
But you also have to weigh in that this was a surprise album. This is the 3,000 number. Like even Caesar himself has said, well, it's actually 32,000 in sales. Like, it ended up being 32,000 in sales, pure sales. I don't really know the difference of that.
Yeah.
But it's just the idea that it was a surprise album. You had like a bit of a scandal. He was canceled, you know. But I think you kind of need to weigh in the fact that it was a surprised album before you immediately jump on the idea that it flopped because he said he defended YesJulz.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I think Daniel Caesar is heat. I think he's an amazing producer. His vocals are insane, out of this world.
No, he's fire.
And I think his first album was just like, I'm not saying his first album was better. I just think when you make something so good, it's hard to outshine it.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody. I'm pretty sure you know. Get You, Best Part. I promise you, it's.
If not, search it up right now.
Search it up. I promise
Open a
you'll
new
like
tab.
it. Yeah, hey, go search it up and comment if you like it. Seriously.
Yeah. Also, do you think the reason why his album flopped is because it was surprise and like lack of like proper marketing, or was it because of YesJulz?
I mean, he marketed it on Spotify because that's how I saw it. To be honest, he marketed. It said I opened Spotify. It said Daniel Caesar dropped a new album, but I feel like he just didn't do enough.
Yeah, there wasn't much on the marketing end, but honestly, when it comes to the album itself, I found myself really enjoying it.
Yeah,
and people make me feel guilty for it, but honestly, I liked it. I really liked it.
People will call him trash just because of what happened with YesJulz.
No one's even giving it a chance. Which that could also be a reason for the sales. No one's even giving it a chance.
They'll just call it trash just because of something he did 4 months ago.
Actually, like in real time, I was playing the song. One of the songs, I think is "Love Again." You should look it up. It's great. Over my loudspeaker. And people were like, yo, what is that? That's amazing. I'm like, that's a new Daniel Caesar. They checked it out. Now I hear him play it every day.
Alright, he definitely owes you a cut. Send the invoice. ASAP.
But, like, I feel like Daniel Caesar forever has just been genuinely a good artist. Like, there's nothing, like, since Freudian to now, I feel like no one has ever really doubted that he's a great artist and that he's consistently produced good music. And he's one of those R&B artists. He's one of those rare R&B artists. I could really kind of make a hit out of a slow song. Get You is a great example.
True.
Yeah, true.
Like he turned like a little slow jam. Kali Uchis had a nice feature, but he turned a slow jam into a hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But cancel culture doesn't have any mercy for anybody.
Oh yeah. Without a question.
No. Cancel culture has mercy for many people, including Drake.
Okay. No.
Drake.
No.
Who can cancel him?
That's true.
Comment who can cancel him.
Drake can't
Nobody.
get canceled.
I don't care who it is.
Drake
if you can't get canceled,
don't comment
for being a deadbeat dad, having a kid nobody knows about, and Pusha T himself gets on a track and spits fire against you,
and he still drops an album that debuts at #1 immediately after that.
And
no disrespect to Pusha T though, because I don't want him dissing me.
But still, Drake he's always gonna be like seen as a legend, not just in music, but just by culture.
I don't know if you guys remember, but right after Pusha T dropped the story of Adidon, right? Yeah. And he did the whole exposure thing.
That was the year of Pusha T.
That was
Daytona and Story of Adidon. Oh my god.
That might go down in his like.
That was his year.
Peak.
Since Clips, like I'm saying, Lord Willin' and that, those are like his 2 years.
You know? But yeah, so I don't know if you remember, after he dropped the diss track, everybody went crazy. Oh, Drake has a kid. Oh my god! And then they released pictures of like his baby mother and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Drake probably like stayed low. Dropped the I'm Upset video, brought Degrassi back for a reunion, and nobody said anything.
Immediately back on.
It's like nothing happened.
Yeah. And
insane.
He's like one of those uncancelable artists, you know, like you kind of had to. It's just the idea that Pusha T, like, really, he didn't try to cancel him, but he really put him down. Yeah. It's just the fact that cancel culture kind of turned a blind eye to the idea that he was kind of being a deadbeat, you know?
Yeah.
And it was like a really quick recovery for him. But I just find it interesting that Daniel Caesar can be cut off immediately and have terrible sales on an album that I found to be really good. Mm-hmm. And it's all because of something he said on IG Live in March. Yeah. And on the topic of cancel culture, though, you got to think about artists like Tyler the Creator, though. Yeah. You got to think. You find cancel culture all the time nowadays. Digging on Twitter, going to 2012, 2011 Twitter, and finding.
10 years ago, just to see, did they say something racist or homophobic or anything? Like, how can we cancel them for a mistake they may have done about a decade ago?
And then you find Tyler the Creator wide in the open. Yeah. He has 2 mixtapes that are just totally vulgar. Like, lyrics are very insensitive.
Every kind of phobic you could think of.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And people genuinely turn a blind eye to that kind of stuff. And I think you could even attest it to the fact that Flower Boy appeals to members of cancel culture, you know? Like,
very true.
See you again. I mean, that's the type of thing you're gonna see on. That's the type of thing you see on cancel culture Twitter, you know? Like, that's the type of music that you see them putting on.
And I tell you.
So Tyler Creator, Invincible card, Drake, Invincible card.
Yeah.
You know, I think also is actually in the process, even though it might be a little too early to tell. Lil Nas X. I think he's been on like the perfect.
People tried to cancel him.
They're trying, but he's like invincible because he's like. Yeah. He's so cool. I don't think he really didn't do anything wrong.
When you're like the first to do as many as he done, to mix country and rap, to like just to come out. Alright, he's not the first to come out, but I feel like he's the first to come out like
at his peak.
At his peak, and then just be like, hey, I feel like
still rise.
Yeah, hey guys, I dropped this song. It's no secret. I'm gay. Whatever.
Yeah, you know.
Like, it's no secret. Yeah. I'm gay. I've been gay. I dropped this song. Some didn't know. Some didn't know. It's whatever. Shouldn't be a problem.
And his kind of rise even took like a spike, you know? I feel like that's the first time that kind of went down, where an artist came out and got more support than hate. And I think that's a great look for the music industry as a whole. Because you have to think, like, artists like Frank Ocean, you know? Like, he was closeted for a good amount of time into like the bulk of his career.
And seemed homophobic.
Yeah. And like it really just got to the point where he came out and he got a bit of hate for that.
I remember the backlash from that. I remember people saying, I'm not going to listen to Frank Ocean anymore. Nah, Thinking About You is definitely about a dude. I don't want to say it no more. Like they'd say little, petty things like that. But, obviously he overcame that. Frank Ocean is a really huge artist now.
Yeah, I think Lil Nas X took it in stride.
Yeah.
Back on that, how did Lil Nas X get his name? Okay. I'm curious as
he took 3 artists that were like his favorite rappers, right? Lil Nas X. He took Lil Wayne, Nas, and DMX. Oh, and the irony is, if you listen to his music, it sounds nothing like any one of them. So, I mean... Influences are influences, I don't know. But maybe you guys can comment below and just let us know if there's anybody you feel is also invincible as far as cancel culture goes. For me,
tell me your thoughts on the 7 EP too, because that EP was actually genuinely surprising to me. I didn't expect him to really step up like that. I was expecting him to do Old Town Road remix, Old Town Road remix, and then just kind of throw in a couple extras that he hopes can be a hit. And honestly, he actually kind of showed up on it. So
it's like a multi-genre album too.
Yeah. So like with the comments, like if y'all think like, oh, y'all don't look at them. No, we're actually really looking at them. Like we really want to hear what y'all have to say about the counterculture and stuff. Because that's interesting to us. That's how we get video topics and stuff.
Especially me being an artist, I think that's my biggest fear. Just somebody bringing up something I did when I was like 14 or something. Bringing up like an old Facebook status.
Canceled.
Yeah, they cancel me for something like.
They do some research on Geno 5.
That's my biggest fear. That is my biggest fear.
What do you think? What's up, Geno 5? What's up with you?
What do you mean? Nothing, man. I'm just chilling. As far as like, you know, trying to work on my own stuff, making sure I don't get canceled.
New stuff on the way though?
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
Definitely working on the album. You know, if you guys want to know. Working on the album, not going to release the title yet. I want to make sure I have everything done before I even speak it into existence. Just know I'm always working.
You the man, so the man needs to drop a freestyle, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? To get a freestyle up here.
Drop a freestyle.
Off the dome.
Oh man, alright. Cool. Alright, I thought we were just doing reviews for all the artists. I didn't know. I know. Englewood, I get claimed to savior. I put the wood on top like I'm playing Jenga. Say it's safer. Got a job, a 9 to 5, but hate the labor. I got fired. Nights I cried. I tried to make some paper. Dodging ops remained evasive. Devised a plot to stay the greatest. Sides and shock on haters' faces. How ironic taking slave ships. Had my pocket save with races. Nah, it's plan to get worse. On my verses hitting, I go ham and berserk. Not a minor missing like an Amber Alert. And I got bands in and I got plans in the work. Though the man that was worth, I get bans for my work, but I hand me the perks. Get your mans in the dirt. He get planted like earth, damaged or worse. And it's that simple. Jersey born, yurt is my bat signal. Or I'm in Atlanta for some rapping shows. I be around the A like the at symbol. All right, I'm done.
You're going to need all of these for that.
I'm done.
You're going to need all of these waters for that.
I'm done. Drops mic. New album soon. Okay, well, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of JAMBOX Unboxed. Thank you all for tuning in. Please be sure to share your comments below. If you want to know more about our guests, our hosts, and our music services, check the description box below. And remember to come back next Sunday at 3 p.m. for another episode of the JAMBOX Show. My name is Geno 5, and I'm signing out.